Hello everybody, I'm Doofus, and these are some tips and tricks for you new players to play Trapper. Now, before we get into it, Trapper is a early game to mid game killer. Perks I do suggest heavily are Crop Intervention, No Way Out, maybe Blood Warden and Nowhere, classic perks. Usually Trappers do like to bring a Hex, like Devour or Ruin. However, if you don't have those perks, doesn't matter. Well, kind of does, or doesn't matter, doesn't matter really. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. These are just some tips and tricks to play normal base Trapper. Well, let's get into it, shall we? So, as you start into a game, the first thing you can do is, of course, place traps. You have a Trapper, that's your power. And instead of placing traps in pallets, which is very common, like I just now, place them away from pallets. This will pretty much reduce the waste of the trap. First of all, I can easily drop the pallet onto the trap, making the trap completely useless. However, if you put it just above the trap, the pallet, sorry, there, that will basically increase the chance of the survivor capturing the trap. Now, if we enter the way where the trap isn't placed, they can still drop the pallet. However, they do have a chance of getting trapped in the trap. That would basically just increases so much value, easy kill, easy grab. It's very helpful. That's tip number one. Tip number two, like you've just seen on screen, is to protect your generators. Trap has a very, very shit match reversal, like in compared to Blight, Billy or Nurse, and his very shit gen slowdown. His power is anti-loop, which we get onto it later. I suggest Corrupt to get your free gen or early game pressure, or you can find a free gen to protect. Now, if I am on a multi-level map like the game or Midwich or RPD, I do heavily suggest two gens at top, one at bottom, or vice versa, one at top, two at bottom. Now, like you see on screen at the Gideon meat plant, there is a staircase. Down there is a generator, and next to me are two generators relatively close to each other. That is a free gen. They are very easy to protect and pretty much guarantee the win if you protect them correctly. And do not commit to chases all the time unless they're in that proximity which you want to protect. Then I do suggest protecting there. You can also, with Corrupt, place your traps there to get a head start in protecting your free gen. Tip number three, like you saw on screen, is perks. Bring perks that work well with Trapper. Like you see on screen right now, I'm bringing Hex, a Blood Favor, Fire Up, Cruel Limits, and Pop. These perks do work well with Trapper, however, they are not the best. Blood Favor, however, is good on Trapper, as it does help him with the anti-loop. Say if you don't place a trap there, you hit a survivor, that pallet is useless for a certain amount of time. Cruel Limits does the same thing with windows, however, it's a gen completed there. Say it's a gen in a far off distance, or generator you just got to, you completed it, didn't place any traps there, that basically denies them of the power of the window vault. Also, as generators might fly by, Fire Up might be a good perk to have in handy, as it grants you faster pallet break, generator break, pickup speed, and vault, pallet vault, window vault. Yeah, sorry. Which just helps Trapper in the end game better. And it's just a good perk to have. You may want to bring Noed. No matter what the toxic people say about it, it is not toxic, it is a perking game, and therefore it shall be used entirely as it is intended, just like Unbreakable, NDS, and Dead Hard. God forbid, Dead Hard. But however, when this is released, the announcement has come that 40 perks, meta perks, are getting reworked, and I don't know if that does include Noah, but time will tell. Time will tell. Tip number 4, like you just saw on screen, is protection of hooks. Trapper is very good at protecting hooks, specifically basement hooks, which is what they call basement trapper. We get into that in tip number 5. However, if you can't, like again, indoor map's probably the best map for trapper. If there is a hook near a pallet or window or a doorway, you can block those off, preventing the save. Trapper will need anything he can get to get as much pressure on the survivors as possible. He does have very little pressure, however, he can still destroy people because of his traps and protection of for certain areas. Trapper is a killer that can be played in, I personally think, in 3 ways. You can have defensive trapper, you can have aggressive trapper, and you can have basement trapper. Specifically with basement trapper, as I don't play the aggressive trapper style, basement trapper you were going to bring nowhere, definitely. Maybe save it best for last, but I'm personally bringing a anti-killer shack build. Add-ons used are the purple bag, I can't remember what it's called, but you have all 8 traps on you, and it's usually paired with a brown add-on, which if you tap on the traps, it does not stun the trapper. This playstyle of trapper does usually get the most hate out of the community, however it's your choice, play how you want, I really don't care. I really do find basement trapper really fun and enjoyable, to see how well I can escape the trapper. However, yes, basement trapper is a very strong basement killer. He can be one of the killers that absolutely destroy survivors if they're in the basement. Same with Bubba, but that's for a later video. Well, yeah, if you place all your traps in certain areas, so say if basement was like where it is now, there is a pallet there, well, trap the pallet, there's a window, trap every entrance, trap the stairs, basically make it impossible for survivors to enter and exit the building. However, if it's in Killer Shack, you do the exact same. Trap everything, trap the stairs, maybe even double trap the pallet, so if we go from one side of the trap, if we go on the other side of the trap. Yes, that is just my tips and tricks for Trapper. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, subscribe, like and share, and if the videos gets to 10 likes, I will do 5 tips for Wraith, and so on and so forth. Thank you very so much, and enjoy the rest of your day or evening.